So here's 3 free codes that you can use for your Go High Level websites if you want them to stand out from the rest. A lot of people reach out to us asking us how our websites look so different from the rest of Go High Level websites. And part of the secret is that we use custom effects to make them better. But don't worry, if you don't know anything about coding and custom effects, I'm gonna show you in a very simple way, step by step. Okay, so this first effect is really cool. It's just an awesome way to make certain sections pop a bit more using like a moving gradient effect. So I'm gonna show you how we did this. Okay, so there's 2 steps to make this work. The first one is tagging the elements, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. And the second one is adding a bit of code to the website, which I'm also gonna show you how to do. So the first one is, let's start by clicking on the element we want to have the effect on, which is what we would call a child element, which is inside the parent element. Parent element is just the blue one out here. The child one would be this pink/purple. So if we go to advanced, I scroll down, I can have a custom class effect. So I'm going to select this, make sure that I'm selecting the child element, and I'm going to tag this as glow gradient child. Enter. And so that's the first tag that we're going to do. Now the second one that I'm going to tag is the blue section, which is housing the child element. And this one's going to be called glow gradient parent. Okay, so now both of those are tagged, so I'm gonna hit save, and now I just have to bring in the code. Once we've done that, we have to add the code to the website. And so we have this Notion doc that we created just to make it simple and easy to keep track of all of our effects. But if you don't have it, that's fine, just pause the video and then you can copy paste the code. So 2.7, this is the tutorial that we're gonna use. So I'm gonna select this whole thing just like this, and I'm gonna copy paste this into our website. There we go. And now we can go back, and where it says custom CSS, we're gonna paste the code and we're gonna hit save. And I'm gonna save here one more time, and now we can preview the website. Okay, so if you notice, now we have the effect, it works, it's really cool. And now we have this awesome glowing effect highlighting the corporate plan. We can use this for any element in Go High Level, which is awesome. And it just looks super clean. So there's one thing that I do wanna adjust, which I'm gonna show you how you can do it as well. And it's the color. So see how it's like a little pink/white, and the feel of this section is more of a green and black. And so I'm gonna show you how you can change the color very easy. So let's go back to here, and we're gonna open up the custom CSS and see where it says C2. So this is the component, this is the hex code that we're gonna change. How to find a hex code that you want. Here's a cool page that you can check it out. It's coolers.co, and you can just generate different colors. Now I wanna go with a green, so we can just find a green. So let's say we go like check out some greens. It'll give you the hex code down here. I think I wanna go with this one. Let's just try it, see how it goes. So I'm gonna copy paste the hex code. I'm gonna go back to our code, and I'm gonna replace the whole C2 section. And I'm gonna hit save. Now if we preview, you'll notice the green just shows up, and that's how we change the color. And now it looks awesome. Now it kind of matches the color of the buttons, the greens, the subtle background here. It just looks awesome. This effect is really cool. You can definitely use it in many different ways in your Go High Level websites, but that's the first one. Let's go to the second one. Now this next one right here is awesome for buttons, and sometimes we want to make a specific button, a call to action, just pop a bit more. And so one cool way to make a button stand out is to make like a hover animation, gradient changing color animation. So let me show you how you can do this. So this button right here looks okay, but I'm going to show you a cool way we can make it pop even more. So first thing we're going to do is click on the button, and kind of in a similar way to the other effect where we are adding a tag, we're going to go to advanced, and we're going to add a custom class tag as well, which is going to be btn-1, enter. And so that's how the custom effect is going to work. Now going back to our Notion board, we need to find the code to add to the website. So this is tutorial 1.9, and this is how to add hover responsive gradients. And so I'm going to go here and just copy paste this code, and then we're going to go back to website, and where we have our custom CSS, I'm just going to make some space down here, and we're going to add it. Okay, so as soon as I hit save, you'll notice that the button has the effect now. As I hover, it changes colors, which looks kind of cool, but it doesn't match the website. So let me show you how we can make it match a bit more. And so one way we can make this match is just changing the color so it matches the aesthetic of the website. So if we go back to this website, we can find a hex code that matches better with the website, and we're just going to copy paste that hex code one more time. So for me, I'm thinking maybe something like this green, so I'm going to copy paste this very quickly, go back to the website, open up the CSS, and then I'm just going to change it right here. So I'm just going to replace this one right here, hit save, and let's see what that looks like. So as you can tell, it's looking better. Now it kind of matches the website a bit more. And if you want to play around with the other color, we're going to do the same thing. So let's just find another type of green. So let's say I wanted to find something slightly lighter, then I can copy paste this, go back to the editor, and then we can just change it right here. change that first element, hit save, and there it is. So now it's a little bit more subtle, not as strong as the pink and the blue, but it just looks cool and it just makes the button pop a bit more. So that's the second effect that you can use for your GHL websites. Now this last one here is really cool. It's something that you can use for creative type of niches. So photography, videography, if you want to showcase your work with these sliding cards, which is awesome. So when you hover on this sliding card, it expands and it shows the photo. So let me show you how we can create this one. Okay, to get started, let's create a 4-column row, and each element is going to be a word that is spelling out work. And then the background that we're going to use is going to be the photos that we want to expand when it hovers. So I'm going to add an element, which is just going to be a headline, and it's just going to be spelling the letter work. So that's going to be a W, and we want to make this fairly big so we can see it. And then I'm going to change the color. I want it to be white. And then in the background of this section is when I'm going to input the media, the photo. So let's say it was this one right here. And then let's go again with the next one. So let's say it was this one. Then I'm going to do this one right here, and then this one right here. So these are all photos that I have pre-saved before, so we can do this faster. So this one I'm gonna duplicate, and I'm just gonna slide it and just change the letter so it's spelling work. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna click on it, and we're gonna make sure that this is full center. If it's not full center, the effect won't work. So make sure that when you're inputting your photos that we're switching this to full center as opposed to full center parallax. So the first thing we're gonna do is tag the container that is housing all the cards, all the photos. So this blue section right here, we're gonna go to advanced, and I'm gonna go to custom class, and I'm gonna tag it as container 1. Now each photo we also have to tag, so these are what we call the cards. And so I'm gonna click on it, and we're gonna go to advanced and just tag them one by one. So this is cards, this one as well, and so on. Okay, and now that we have this ready to go, previous work, it's spelling out, everything's tagged. We just have to add the code. And so I'm gonna go back to our Notion doc. This is tutorial 3.8. I'm gonna scroll down, and we're just gonna copy paste the code into our website. So I can just copy paste this whole thing, and I'm gonna go back to the website. I'm gonna go to the custom CSS, and I'm gonna hit save. And as you'll notice, you can already tell what this looks like. It's already good to go, but let's just preview it so you can see it and see how cool it looks. And there it is. This looks awesome. So you'll notice as I hover on the photo, it expands. I can see the previous work. This is awesome for photographies, videographers, like those kind of creative niches, and it just looks really clean. So those are just 3 awesome effects that you can start using today to make your go-ahead level websites better. If you want to check out our Notion doc, which has all the tutorials, 29 of them, it's going to be the first link in bio. And if you just want to get a website custom built by us, check the second link in my bio.